Good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Balancing Act. We're so glad you joined us. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverdi. Well, today, our show is going to the dogs, literally, but in the best way.
That's right. Our Be the Change series is just doggone cute today, and for a great cause, as the Petco Foundation is helping empower communities to make a difference in the lives of animals by funding adoption programs, spay-neuter services, pet cancer research, and service and therapy animals. This is so cool.
Wow, and when you have pets, especially adopted ones, it's important to consider pet insurance. I have it. Best thing I ever got.
Gotcha.
It all starts right now on The Balancing Act.
Stay with us. Mahatma Gandhi may have said it best: you must be the change you wish to see in the world. On today's Be the Change, we'll discover how Gandhi's words are resonating with one company. Joining us is Suzanne Koget, Executive Director for Petco Foundation, an organization dedicated to positive change for pets, people, and communities. And with her are Bonnie and Clyde. We are so excited you're here today.
Oh, thank you. And we're all so excited to be here.
Your new motto for Petco is love changes everything, right?
Love changes everything. You know, it's three little words, but they have a big meaning for us. And, you know, it's really our love for animals that really drives us with a determination to make sure that we do everything that we can to make sure they have the best life ever. And first and foremost, we really believe that we have to make sure that all of the animals in animal shelters throughout our country all get loving homes. And I mean, who wouldn't want to take Bonnie and Clyde home?
Oh my gosh, can I hold Bonnie or Clyde, either one? Oh, come here, Bonnie.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, yeah, you sit right here with me. Now, there must be so many deserving pets out there. How many are really in need of homes?
Well, there's usually about 7.5 million animals that come into shelters every year. About 5 million of those are looking for homes. And we really work with our shelters and our nonprofit organizations throughout the country to come up with community solutions and help animals get adopted. So, you know, we've over time, since the Petco Foundation has been around, we've invested $130 million.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah, and we have animals available for our adoption in our 1,400 Petco stores throughout the country. You can go, and if you're looking for a new friend or a new love in your life, you could just go there and get one.
Well, you know, we visited one of your stores in South Florida, and let's talk about Petco's adoption days. Love to hear about that.
Well, every day is actually an adoption day for cats at most of our Petco stores. So we have cats always available at Petco. We also have some of our stores that have adoption centers, large centers that have cats, dogs, puppies, kittens available for adoption. And then on the weekends, we work with our partners to bring in even more animals. We've been trying to really identify some new innovative ideas and solutions. So we've been working with one company that has a facial recognition technology for pets to help reunite lost pets and help them get back to their owners. We've invested in another organization that's developed a cat cafe, and this is where, you know, you can go and get your tea and something to eat, but yet there's a room with cats available.
A very important part of this has to be spay-neutering, correct?
Absolutely. And, you know, if you adopt an animal, they're usually already spayed and neutered, and you're all set.
And cancer research also for Petco is a big priority.
It is. You know, cancer is the #1 disease-related killer of pets. And so we've invested over $6 million through the year in universities and clinics to help them research the causes and to find cures for cancer. We've also invested in organizations that help people that are in need that may not be able to afford the cancer treatments. So.
And I just want to say, I might just have to take Bonnie home, but what do adoptive parents need to know?
I like to say, first and foremost, when you bring a pet into your home, enjoy that experience.
Yeah.
Some of them may be a little bit shy, a little bit uncertain. Just give them a little time. Be patient.
Oh, Bonnie, and how can our viewers, you know, make a difference and be part of Be the Change?
Everyone can be the change by its small acts, big acts. Everyone can be part of it. So if you wanted a new pet, we encourage everyone to adopt. If you can't adopt, you can foster. Just maybe take one in your home temporarily. And it could be little things like if you find an animal in your neighborhood, knock on the doors of your neighbors and see if it's their pet. And just bring it right home and really help your community. We think it's a community coming together, and we will be able to solve this issue and find all the animals a home.
Oh my gosh, Suzanne, this is my favorite segment I may have ever done. Little Bonnie is licking me and she's just being a little doll. I just thank you so much for coming in. And there's so much we can do, and pets really do bring us all together, don't they?
They really do, because their love changes everything for us.
Changes everything. Thank you so much.
Thank
so
you.
Great to have you here. And remember, there's additional information on this life-saving program at thebalancingact.com, or share with us your favorite pet adoption stories. Make us laugh, make us cry by logging on to Facebook.com/The Balancing Act Fans. Well, this is no surprise. Pet people are happier people. How much happier? Well, according to Psychology Today, a lot happier. Studies show pet parents have greater self-esteem, are less lonely, even more physically fit. Love you, hero. That's my buddy. And that is until your beloved pet gets sick and you have to deal with the emotional and financial stress of life-saving veterinary care. And Dr. Craig Galbraith, Chief Veterinary Advisor with Pet Health and 24 Pet Watch, is here to help along with our pet guest, Champagne. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
She's being such a good girl.
She's being awesome today.
You're a beauty, yes. So tell me, Dr. Craig, I mean, how do you really deal with, thinking about the well-being of your pet and also your pocketbook?
Yeah, the biggest way is thinking about purchasing pet insurance. Absolutely.
And what are some of the misconceptions people really have about pet insurance?
Well, there's a few. The biggest is that people think that pre-existing conditions are covered. And what that means is pre-existing condition is something that your pet's been symptomatic for, diagnosed with, or treated for before you got the pet insurance.
Okay.
So it's always best to insure as soon as possible to avoid having pre-existing conditions that aren't covered. The other one is that people don't think that they need pet insurance.
Right, so many.
You don't know you need it until you really need it.
Right.
So people think that, if they just take what they would pay in pet insurance premiums and set that aside every month, that they can just rely on that to cover their veterinary bills.
Right.
The problem with that is you don't know when these things are going to come up. So if you've only been saving for 4 or 5 months, you may not have enough to cover that illness or accident that just occurred.
Yeah.
And if you need ongoing treatment for that, then you've already used up your savings, and you may actually have to dip into things, and some of your other household bills may start to suffer as well. And the last thing is, like Champagne here, she's a bit older. She's 6.
Good girl.
And people feel that if their pet's on the older side, that they can't get pet insurance, and that it's only for puppies and kittens. And that's just not the case.
Good to know.
You can insure a pet at any age. The earlier the better, as always. And even if they do have pre-existing conditions, if they are older, there's always room for pet insurance, because you never know, accidents can always happen.
You certainly have people come to you as a veterinarian with a tragic situation, a very, very sick dog, and then you have to talk to them about medical cost, and that can be a really challenging situation, I'm sure.
Absolutely. As a veterinarian, when you're dealing with uninsured pets, the conversation can be mostly about the finances, which can be very difficult. I mean, when pets are sick, it's an emotional experience, a very stressful experience, but when you have pet insurance, the whole experience is transformed. It's not what can I afford, it's what's best for my pet. And it just changes everything for everybody. Of
course, you're not put in that position of making a financial decision about your pet. You can actually say, what's the best for
what are my options?
What are my options?
Yeah.
So how do we determine which pet insurance policy is right for me or for our viewers?
Yeah, and that's probably the biggest challenge with pet insurance. So the one thing I can tell people is make sure you're comfortable asking lots of questions. Asking, what does the coverage actually look like? And for that coverage, can I make changes to my copayment and my deductible so that I can get my premium down to where it can fit into my budget?
Right.
There's accident insurance, accident and illness coverage.
Okay.
So make sure you know what the policy looks like. Is there other optional types of coverages available, like wellness, things like vaccines, microchips?
Right. That was what I was going to say. What else can we do to protect our pet? I mean, I haven't done the microchip. That's terrible. I should go do it.
Yeah, for those who have pets already or are thinking about adopting a new pet, absolutely get the microchip. That's one of the best ways that we can keep those pets with us in our families healthier longer.
So where should folks go to find their new family member like Champagne?
Well, the first place they should go is petango.com. Pet Health has one of North America's largest online pet adoption websites.
Wonderful. I love the name, Petango. I can remember that.
Yeah.
You go there, and what happens when you go there?
Well, you can just basically pick based on your area. So, you can set, a radius for your search, what kind of pet you're looking for, or you can even set it to ask you lifestyle questions about yourself to help you choose what pet's best for you.
And then they show you what's available in your area?
Absolutely. It gives you the contact information for that shelter. So you just reach out to them, and then you make that connection.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
last year, we adopted out over 1 million animals through our shelter partners.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to give my daughter this website yet.
Yeah, it can be addictive.
Yeah, I know. Well, we hope that we've inspired you to go out and adopt one of these beauties like Champagne. Millions of people have. All you have to do, as we just said, is go to petango.com, and you can find adorable, adoptable pets in your area. Thank you so much for coming in.
Well, thanks for having us.
She is just, you've only met her like 2 days, right?
Yeah, and she's locally here from the Florida Humane Society.
So Champagne is adoptable.
She is adoptable.
Oh,
absolutely.
my gosh. All right, and to get more peace of mind and protection for your pet, head over to 24petwatch.com or go to thebalancingact.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. Thank you so much. She was just fantastic.
Thank you.
Good dental health isn't just for those family members who walk upright. It's also for our four-legged friends, our dogs and cats. And this morning, we're focusing on good dental hygiene for our pets. Joining us for a lively discussion, Lisa Hoover, Director of Tartar Shield Products. Good morning.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, no, I'm so glad you're here because I got to tell you, I learned a big lesson about 6 months ago. I got spanked by my vet because I wasn't really protecting my dog when it came to her teeth. And let me tell you why. I was taking her to get the shots and everything, but not concerned so much about the dental hygiene until I realized, wow, it is important.
Right, it's very important, and it's preventable. It's the #1 commonly diagnosed problem in pets is periodontal disease or gum disease, and it's completely preventable, but it is painful for pets.
It is, and she actually was put under when they cleaned her teeth. But the vet was kind of just talking to me and saying, just like you need to do your exercise and protect your kids and nutrition in the family. Same goes.
It's just as important to a pet's health for good dental hygiene as it is as their nutrition or their proper exercise.
And what happens? I mean, what happens to their teeth? I know you brought some models. How does it happen and what goes on in their teeth?
Well, if you don't brush their teeth, the food accumulates on their teeth, mixes with the saliva and bacteria.
And that causes this right here?
Yes, it forms plaque and then it hardens into tartar. And if left untreated, the bacteria will enter the pockets around the teeth in the gum line and flow throughout the bloodstream. It will affect the heart, the lung, the kidneys,
wow,
and wear down those organs with time. So.
And is it the same for cats as well as dogs?
It's the same. They have the same symptoms. They'll have red, swollen gum, bleeding gum, brown, yellow teeth, and bad breath.
Yeah, and that was happening to my Ruby. Now, I know you can brush your pet's teeth, but again, I mean, who has the time? And it's hard. I mean, Ruby won't sit still for me.
Right. Some pets will not allow you to brush their teeth, and some people don't take the time or don't have the time. But it's nice to give them a treat that will benefit their health. And
let's talk about that. We have, I know, a couple examples. I'm going to hold these up. What are these?
Well, those are standard rawhide strips. Dogs love rawhide, but they tend to choke on them, swallow them whole. Our product is much safer. It's extruded rawhide, so it's been all chopped and minced, so you don't have to worry about the choking, obstruction, or breaking teeth. And it prevents tartar by over 50%.
How does it help in terms of the dog will chew on it, and what works? What happens?
Chew on it. They will actually eat this up. And it's a VOHC approved product. The Veterinary Oral Health Council has approved this product for tartar control. Anybody can just put on their package, freshens breath, cleans teeth, but if you can prove it with clinical studies set to their protocol, then you earn the seal of approval with the VOHC. And Tartar Shield is the only rawhide product that does have this approval.
And obviously I wouldn't give this to my dog because she's so tiny. I can cut it up for her?
You can just break those in two. This is a size for a large dog here, so they just snap in two.
And it's like I guess it's like a treat for them, but at the same time it's doing something good?
Yeah, the bacon flavor, they will love it. So it's nice to give them something that will benefit them, that they love too.
And you could do this daily?
Yep, daily. Yeah.
Okay, and of course take them to the vet at least once a year to do that dental cleaning.
You should take them to the vet once a year, and cleaning at least once a year, because half of the tooth is under the gum line.
Oh.
So the vet has the proper tools to get under the gum line and give a thorough cleaning.
But while you're doing this daily, you're also protecting the teeth on the outside.
Right, right. And these will prevent tartar by over 50%. So they'll keep them clean in between the dental cleaning.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I got to become a better teeth cleaner for my dog. And if you'd like to find out more about keeping your dogs and cats' teeth and gums their healthiest, please visit us at the website, thebalancingact.com. And as always, you're invited to share your dog and cat experiences on this vital topic. Check us out on Facebook, get online and share. You know, it's the social, pet-loving thing to do.
Good morning. You know, if there's a trend in the grocery aisle, it's only a matter of time before it hits the pet food aisle. And why not? We want the best for all members of our family, including our beloved pets. Joining me to talk about the growing demand of gluten-free and grain-free pet food is Michelle Dixon, a health and nutrition specialist from PetCurion. Welcome. So glad to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Julie. Gluten and grain-free options are really trending right now because just like with people food, our dogs and cats have allergies and dietary concerns as well. In particular, when people are choosing a grain-free diet, they often think that it's low carb, but it's important to remember that no grain doesn't necessarily mean low carb. The carbs that would be in those type of foods would also be something like peas, potatoes, tapioca, something like that.
So what should we really watch out for?
Yeah, well, food allergies can sometimes be contributed to grain. People often think corn. It is often a meat source of protein that causes an allergic reaction. So because grains can be an excellent source of energy, it's important to not necessarily eliminate that particular grain, but perhaps eliminate the grain that you know might be the potential allergen. Grains are a great way of contributing energy once they're cooked and ground.
Good to know, but what if our pets really do need to go grain or gluten-free?
Yeah, we offer a variety of grain-free recipes for both dogs and cats in our Go and our Now lines. In the Go line, the Sensitivity and Shine recipe is formulated especially for pets with specific dietary needs, and they're carefully prepared with a select meat protein, unique carbs, and essential omega oils.
Okay, so what about, I love all of it, but what about the Now line?
The Now Fresh recipes are packed with fresh ingredients, wholesome berries, fruits, and vegetables. They're 100% grain and gluten-free, and they're specifically formulated for separate life stage of your dog and cat, as well as for the dog breed size. They're available in dry recipes and contain no rendered meat meal, added byproducts, or artificial preservatives.
Wow, I mean, that's kind of overwhelming. I mean, it's wonderful information. You clearly care a lot about your pets and you put a lot of thought into what goes into your products.
We're dedicated to producing quality products with premium ingredients for pets everywhere.
Ah, thank you so much, Michelle. My little hero is going to benefit from this segment. And there's lots more information on all their products, including where to find them in your neighborhood at PetCurion.com. And we'd love to hear from all of our pet lovers out there. Head to Facebook at Balancing Act Fans to share your stories and your photos, and check out balancingact.com too. Thanks so much for starting your morning right here with us. Such great information on today's show for all pet parents. That's me. That's you.
That's right. So true. From our Be the Change series to helpful tips for our beloved animals.
Always more information on our website, thebalancingact.com.
We're also on Facebook. We're also on Twitter, Instagram. And until the next time.
Remember, find your balance. So long, everybody.